are rolling and live. Again, we are the Residuals Group, and we are the podcasting engineers, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We make it fun.
Yeah, we make it fun. I feel so short. You're sitting over on a taller...
It's about time you look up to me.
I do for a lot of things, and big shout out to Ryan Deming and the Red Carpet Monday crew who let us come in here and interview. Today we are at Blue Martini in Point Orlando on International Drive. This one is brought to you by and presented by attorney Dan Newland.
Dan.
He'll be here tonight too. We'll have him on the mic later on as well. So look, if you're anybody that want to network your business, yourself, whatever you do, where should they be?
Definitely here at the Blue Martini.
Yeah, Red Carpet Monday is definitely the event to be at. Once a month this happens, so, well, if you're watching this, you're already on the Red Carpet Monday Facebook page. Like this page, follow the page. They also have a YouTube page as well. So find your way to the Red Carpet Monday YouTube page. There's a lot of extra things you may not see on the Facebook page you can pick up by subscribing there. Wonderful photographer who does photography for the Orlando Style.
He makes it really easy.
Oh, he takes some great shots too, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Yeah, wonderful shots. So get your picture taken when you're down here. Get on down, and the weather's cleared up at least.
Yeah, definitely. It looks beautiful. We started out pretty rainy, but looks like clear skies now. It's pretty busy too for how it just started. Yeah,
just opened up. That's why we're doing our first broadcast like this, as we like to do. And what we do as the podcasting engineers is this. We have 3 different services that we offer. We can come to your event, just like we do for Red Carpet Monday, and interview the sponsors, title sponsors, etc. Wonderful thing that you can add and offer to your sponsors. So your title sponsors or anybody that's sponsoring your event, you can tell them, look, we can get you an interview as well.
Yeah, great content. For their Facebook page, Instagram, anything, it's great to add to that to show your voice.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's a wonderful, like you said, a marketing tool. So for your sponsors that come to your event, just say, hey, you're able to sit down, get professionally interviewed, and use that interview on your social media. So it's a great thing to add. Go to residualsgroup.com, and you can see that service. Now we can also build you a podcast, right? Yeah. Speaking of the man right there, Facebook Live, Ryan Deming, checking in with us. We're also live here.
Yeah.
So we are live twofold. Yeah, double live. We got double live footage going right now, so you're tuning into a lot of things here. Live on the podcast, live with Ryan Deming walking around, giving you a good shot and view of everything. Let's double check here. He is live there. We are live. Look at that. We are live simultaneously. All right. I did not think Facebook had that functionality.
I was like, wait, aren't we on the same page?
We are.
That's
so
cool.
He's able to go live. He's walking around doing his thing. Looks like we are still doing our thing.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Looks like it. We are live. And again, so the other service we offer as the Residuals Group, the main service, what we do is we will build you a podcast.
Yeah, it's the hot thing to do right now for any business, really, no matter what it is.
Yeah, if you're a business and you're not podcasting, you're behind.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe you don't know how. Maybe you don't have time. Maybe you rely on word of mouth, sure, but not the age that we live in. So that's what we do. We will build you a podcast, integrate it with everything, as we like to say, create, integrate, operate, and even host that podcast for you.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people that are trying it, but there's a lot of interruption. The sound isn't okay. We kind of are going to show you the right way so that you can show them actually how professional that you are, really.
Yeah, you got to do that. Look, sound is imperative in trying to do your podcast. And look, to do a podcast and do it poorly will not work out for you, because the minute people look at it, they go, oh, nope, not using that product.
Yeah, they're going to kind of base it on maybe that's the way that you do your business, is where you are skimping on things, you know, or you're in someone's basement.
Yeah. If the sound is bad, the view is bad, if the hosting is bad. Yeah, it doesn't look, it's not a good look.
We can teach you that too. We can teach you how to really show yourself and not be nervous, because really you're just having an actual conversation where people can listen in but actually hear you or comprehend what you're saying, instead of hearing more of the background as opposed to your actual voice.
Right, unless you're at the Blue Martini, you're going to get a lot of background noise. But even as loud as it is in here, you can still hear us fairly well. So we help you pick out the gear. We integrate it with your website, everything that you have. We can do that for you, build the pages for you, create a whole idea, the reasons behind it, the theme behind it, again, down to hosting it and operating it, creating the posts, doing everything necessary that you can have your own professional podcast and it begins by going to residualsgroup.com. You're a smart person. You can figure out how to spell residuals, but residualsgroup.com. Check us out there, and we can, again, do this at your event. We can build you an entire podcast, do a test run, or we have a show that we host called Behind the Business Podcast.
Yeah.
That podcast is sponsored by CompanyTrader.com. A wonderful website if you're trying to sell a business or buy a business. Go to CompanyTrader.com. But what we do with that is interview business owners from all walks of life to give the story behind the business.
A little bit more intimate look at what's going on behind it, see how they got there, how they're operating, the struggles even. Sometimes when I hear the struggles of businesses, it gives me hope, like, hey, they went through this and they're this successful. I want to try it.
Well, people identify and struggle. So if you're a business owner and you put your real story out there and not the fake facade of we're the best, everything, whatever, people identify that and many times will become a loyal customer.
That's definitely what creates loyalty. When they see the struggles and you stuck through it, how could they not stick with you?
Yeah, agreed. So you can be on our show Behind the Business, brought to you by CompanyTrader.com. We can broadcast from your event, giving a technical look, interviewing your sponsors of your event. Maybe you can even up the price for your sponsorships by them getting a professional interview, and we can build you a podcast properly. There's a lot, I'm telling you, that goes into building a podcast to do it right. We send it to iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Blueberry, all the places it's supposed to go. We categorize it properly for you. The tags, descriptives, these are things that are necessary to have a successful podcast.
Another thing, too, is if you can offer this with your service, like if you're trying to bring on, say, some real estate agents or whoever, somebody that's going to work with you as a team, and you can offer this as an incentive to where they can participate in it also and put it on their page, it gives them great content, and they don't have to worry about the professionalism or even having to go through the whole process until they get used to it.
Content, you said it right. Content. If you're trying to operate a Facebook page and say you're a restaurant, and you go, here we are, here's our menu, here's our address, no one gives a shh. You have to create content to bring them there, and a podcast, as I call it, is timeless content.
Yeah, and think about how busy people are. They're always on the road. They don't always have the time to sit in a coffee shop, things like that. They can click on your website and you've got a podcast going about what you do while they're on their drive to the next stop that they have to make. That is priceless.
Yeah, and everything has a niche. You may not think a podcast would work for your business. I promise you it is beneficial. There's a small niche, and there's no better way to tap into the niche of that market, by doing a podcast to reach out directly to those people. That's what we help you do. We help you target the podcast, find the right ways to find new customers, and we'll keep your current customers intrigued.
Yeah, it's a lot more than just posting. And we teach you how to, when people are searching, they're going to find you if they're not even putting necessarily the words that, you would think they would search for. There's a bunch of other ways that people aren't aware of. I think that they'll be enlightened when they see what we provide for them.
That's right. And if you know that we, the Residuals Group, there's two of them missing here today, so half of the Residuals Group is here tonight.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Steve Stone. And
Chris?
Elise.
Oh,
Chris, the other side.
He's on the back end.
Subcontractor.
Yeah.
If we're here, the event is right. This is what happens. Again, we could be at your event, but we are at the #1 networking event in Orlando, RCM Red Carpet Monday at Blue Martini Point, Orlando, presented by Dan Newland Injury Attorneys. A bunch of other great sponsors that are here too. You'll be hearing from them as we sit down as the night goes on to talk to those sponsors about their business and the story behind their business.
Yeah, listen to hear, see what they have to offer you. You may not even have time to necessarily stop at every single booth, but you can replay this and see who was here.
That's it. We're going to tune out for now, but we will be back. The Residuals Group here live. Red Carpet Monday, Blue Martini Point, Orlando. Get down here if you're not down here. Maybe I don't want to. Look, if you want to run a successful business, you got to network.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to get up.
If you want to get a drink and have it just be more of a casual thing, chill up here.
That's
Walk
it.
around.
All right, well, have a good one. We'll see you here back soon here at Blue Martini Point, Orlando. Red Carpet Monday, the Residuals Group. Turning out. Brought to you by CompanyTrader.com, too. The Residuals Group. Give them a little love out there. Bye.
Bye.